So today I'm going to be doing some desensitizing with Jinx. So the first thing I'm going to desensitize her to is cracking the whip with my stick and string. Hold on. Yeah, just cracking it like a whip. I have already done a little bit with her already with this, but it's always good to refresh it, and last time she was initially pretty scared of it, so thought we'd do it again and just make sure she's got that done. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so you want to keep their head tipped towards you because that means their butt's always going to go away so they can't kick you. I'm just going to start with just swinging the stick like this, because if they're not good with this, they're not going to be good with you cracking it, of course. Just gonna do this. Now I'm gonna throw it over her. Withers and back first, then hindquarters. Make sure you do it a lot around their legs. A lot of horses won't like this around their legs, so up around their neck, front legs. Okay, now do some cracking. Just put your hand up here like this. They won't run into you like that. Gonna keep her head tipped towards me. So she's doing really good with this because, like I said, I already done some of this with her. But if your horse does freak out at this, which a lot of horses will, and your horse runs around, just keep doing this until they stop moving and show you a sign of relaxing. The signs are blinking their eyes, lowering their head and neck, cocking their hind leg, and licking their lips. And you always want to go back after that and give her a rub with the stick. Now I'm just gonna turn her around here. Same thing, the other side, they got a different side of their brain, so could freak out on one side and not the other. Same thing I did on the other side. If your horse doesn't show a sign of relaxing, but they stand still for 15 seconds, that also counts. You want to always make sure that your horse is not scared of the things that you're using. She just licked her lips then, so I'm going to give her a rub. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to tie a plastic bag onto the stick. I'm going to take this rope off, tie a bag on here. And a lot of horses will be scared of a plastic bag, and I haven't showed her plastic bags yet, so see how she goes with that. Got our plastic bag, so what I'm going to do, just move her a little bit, is start with just flapping the plastic bag in the air. So I'm just going to get your hand up here, start flapping it here. So she's pretty scared of it. You're just going to keep going. Hold on. Come here. Here you go. She went out of the camera there. She got pretty scared of that. Just going to bring her back over here and try that again. See how she's really jumpy with this? I'm not going to stop. She ran out of the camera before, but of course I couldn't stop until she calmed down. So sorry if you couldn't see that, but you can see this. I'm going to keep her head tipped, hand up here so that she doesn't run me over. Just going to keep flapping till she calms down. See, she's getting pretty scared with that. Just keep going. It's okay. It's okay if she gets scared. It's normal. She's a prey animal. Good girl. Just cocking her hind leg there. I'm just going to give her a rub with the bag. Good girl. Good girl. Now I'm just going to bring her back over a little bit close to the camera. She's getting pretty scared of this. That's normal. She's a horse. Most horses will be scared of this. Just going to start this again. I'm going to move up to her hindquarters, flap it around there, behind her, near her face. Good. Now I'm going to start rubbing her with the plastic bag. Start at her withers and back. Just start rubbing her. Just start giving her rubs. Tell her there's nothing to be scared about, just a plastic bag. Move up to her face. Good girl. Good. See how she lowered her head just then? It's a really good sign of her relaxing. Make sure they're good with it up near their face. She put her head up high just then, that's why I use the stick, so you can get up high there. Keep their head tipped towards you. She doesn't like it. That's why you use your stick, so you can keep it up there. Her eyes have some white in. She's still pretty scared of it up near her ears. It's normal. You're just going to keep going until she relaxes. You want to make sure you do not stop until they relax. If you do, then they're going to start thinking that they can run away, and then that's going to get rid of it. It's just going to make them way more spooky. And you don't want that. So I'll let her have a sniff at it. She's very curious, so if she wants to have a sniff at it, I'll let her. Now what I'm going to do, just start, make sure she's still good with this, start tapping it on her. This is not hurting her, just making noise. Just rub them all over. Around their legs as well. It's always pretty good to do. She kicked at a fly just then. Not the bag. Just go out underneath their tummy. Anything you can think of. The wind's helping me right now. It's blowing it the other way, which is going to make it even more scary for her. But just makes her more bomb-proof. See how it got in her eyes just then? It's completely fine. I'm not going to worry about that. Just a little bit funny about her face. Right, going to move to the other side now. Now I'm going to start the same thing on the other side. Except she's probably going to get scared of it again because different side of her brain, different horse. So I'm just going to start doing this again. It's okay if she wants to move. She might come out of the camera a little bit, but it's okay. Don't knock my camera down. She's going to trot around here. It's all good. Don't stop till we knock down. Keep head towards you. Come into the camera again. We go. She was less scared of it on this side, but still got a bit of a fright. It's normal. She's a horse. You don't want to be too quiet about it. You want to try and get them scared. You don't want to stand directly in front of them in case they run forward, and stand to the side so that you don't get kicked or struck. Good girl. She relaxed her back leg just then. Just going to back her up a little bit. Give her a rub. Still pretty scared of it up near her face. There, it touched her face just then. She didn't like that. Needs to learn that this isn't going to hurt her. She licked her lips just then, and she sighed just then as well. That's really good. I'm gonna give her a rub. See how she wants to have a look at the bag here. I'll let her do that. Alright, leave it at that. Okay, I'm just gonna turn her around again so that you can see what I do on this side. Now, just gonna rub it around her body like last time. Next thing I'm gonna do with her is I'm gonna flap the bag around up over her back, and want to make sure they don't run into you when you do this. So just get your hand up here. Really discourages them from trying to run you over. So I'm gonna stand at an angle like this. Gonna try and keep it on this side of her so that she moves away from me. Let's just move her away from the camera just a bit. Get your hand up there, don't want to run me over. She's doing pretty good with this. Do her face after I do her back. Alright, now the other side of her. Next I'm going to do her face. I have the feeling she's going to be a bit scared of this, so first I'm just going to rub the bag up near her face. Just act like the bag's not there and rub her with the stick. Gonna keep it on this side of her face in case she runs at me from the other side. She's actually doing really good with this, rubbing along her face. Generally they don't do as good up above their face, but she's actually doing really good. Good girl. Keep your head tipped this way. Just flap it like this. You want to try and scare them. At the start, you can start a bit slower, but build it up. You want to try and get them not scared of these things, because someone might have a bag out on a trail ride, or you never know. And the more things you desensitize them to, the better. She doesn't like it when it hits her ears up here. It's okay. Just raise her head up. This is why I use your stick, because you can get your stick up there without risking your arm. And they're quite tall, especially her. She's 15 hands. So yeah, when they throw their head up all high, you can just get your stick up there. Good girl. See how she just dropped her head just then? I want her to think that when she relaxes and calms down, that's gonna make it go away. I'm just gonna do again though, because I wanna get her used to this. Do this for a couple days as well. That's when you'll really see a difference. Good girl. Stop at that on this side. Give her a rub with the stick. Good girl. Let her sniff it. That's good. Do the same thing on this side. She's doing really good with this, actually. She's throwing her head up, but she's not rearing or bolting off or anything like that. It's completely normal for them to be scared of the plastic bag. Makes a lot of noise and it moves, and pretty scary for horses. Good girl. Dropped her head. Go. Good. Leave it at that. Good girl. Tip your head this way. Good girl. Now I'm just going to do a bit of backing up. She was a bit lazy there. Good girl. Come here. And then you want to give them some rubs in their face, just so that they don't get head shy. Around her ears and her nose, It's always good if you want to give them an in-mouth wormer. Got to have their mouth, their nose pretty used to you touching it, and it's good for her as well. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. Okay. Just give her some loves. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, she can have a look at it, that's always good. I'm going to stand out in front of her and in front of her face do like a bit of a figure 8 motion. I'm just going to do this. She was pretty scared of this. If she wants to walk, that's okay. She initially thinks that this is lunging, but she'll learn that it's not. Good girl. Same thing she did last time with the rope. Then I'm going to go a bit faster. Try and scare her. Always good to have their face nice and desensitized. There we go. Just going to rub her on her face right here. Good girl. Just going to go again. Two eyes. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Up you go. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.